Not everyone likes this kind of games, and to be honest, I'm not exactly that type of person either. I have to get very specific horror games to enjoy them. I loved the first Amnesia and all the Penumbra games, also Soma was great, but most of the other games were just, well, not for me. I don't really like the run and gun aspect of horror games, so I was not into games like Resident Evil, for example. But I guess there are also times when I can maybe convince myself to play a game like this. So when I made this list about upcoming indie horror games that you chose in the poll, and don't forget to leave your vote for the next video, I found some amazing titles that are looking great. I created this list very subjectively for me, but I think this is great for you to find some great games that you may not be aware of. I was not either before I made this list. So before we jump to the first game, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, it helps me a lot and more people can see and find great new games thanks to that. And I have a brand new Discord server, so if you are interested you can find the link in the description. Let's start the list with something interesting. This game, Paranormal Tales, presents a familiar concept that you may already be acquainted with. We've seen similar vibes in existing games and films where the main character experiences everything through body cams, cameras and other devices. This scenario is well known from movies or games like Blair Witch and others. It promises a very atmospheric experience as we explore photorealistic locations that tell various stories we must play through. Will you make it to the end of the footage? Routine is a first-person sci-fi horror set on an abandoned lunar base designed around an 80s vision of the future. This is your typical adventure exploration horror game where you have to avoid, run from or hide from any danger. You are not a superhero, you are not going to shoot anything. I actually love games like this, and this one kinda reminds me of Soma or other similar older games like Penumbra or even Amnesia. The idea is great overall. You have to explore the lunar station. We have to search for answers as to why everything went so quiet and face horrors along the way. The only possible way is going forward, and you are the first on the ride. Good luck. Now we have a very interesting title. It might not be for everyone, but if you like Jurassic Park, this may be just for you. This is a survival horror adventure where we have to overcome nature's most formidable forms of life. We are stranded in a violent primal world. We have to survive its dangers and explore the wilderness, discover abandoned facilities, scavenge for useful items to improve our chances of survival, and unravel the mystery at the heart of the island. But foremost, we have to survive the island's inhabitants. This time we will face not monsters or eldritch horrors, but animals, and to be precise, dinosaurs. We are not going to shoot them or fight them, we have to evade the dangers and feel the horror of being hunted by the predators. Distractions, the environment and fire are our best friends, and we have to make use of them. This game looks amazing and I hope it will be good. REVEIL is yet another first-person horror on this list. This time we are getting into a psycho-thriller themed, focused primarily on the story, puzzles and exploration. So again, we have our well-known schematic where we are not able to fight but have to evade and face any dangers. The idea of this game is really great. We will explore the circus and find out what is going on around the place. The most interesting part is that this is a deep psychological experience. We will question what is going on and will probably lose ourselves along the way in what is happening to get plot twisted at the end, probably. I love the idea of the game and I really like the style of games like this, so I really hope it will turn out to be a great experience. This is one of the most unique entries on this list. We will play Russian roulette with something called the dealer. A 12-gauge shotgun, 2 players, 1 winner. Simple as that. The game takes around 15, maybe 20 minutes to finish, with 3 rounds that we have to win. There are various items on the table that we can use. We can make the opponent lose a round, saw off barrels from the gun and so on. We have to beat the dealer in his own game using what we can, and that includes our luck. Death Relives is a 3D first-person survivor horror action exploration game. Our job is to survive. Simple, right? We will face a long-forgotten Aztec god and explore historical places from Aztec mythology. We, as Adrian, are going to try to rescue our mother from being sacrificed. We will fight and also hide from the ancient god and send his soul to Mictlan, the underworld of Aztec mythology. But remember, even though we have guns, we don't have superpowers, and the god does, so yeah, do the math. Apart from that, the graphic style is really good and I also like the idea. I hope it will be a good game. It's actually kind of hard to make a horror game and include combat mechanics, while still making it somewhat balanced, so we feel threatened, even though we can make holes in the enemy. We will see. I really hope it will be good. Now let's jump to this very unique title. Harvest Hunt is a game where we play as the Warden, the Soul Guardian, standing against nightmarish creatures that stalk our village. In this roguelike horror experience we will try to survive 5 nights. Each night is a deadly game of cat and mouse, and we have to forge our arsenal with a tarot-inspired deck imbued with skills and tools. We have to strategize our run, blend it with stealth, and do what we can to face the terrors that awaits us every night. The idea of this game is amazing, and it can be really challenging and fun to play. This is a roguelike title, so the replayability may be great, just one more game, right? I also love the art style, hand-drawn graphics, and the environment looks great. I will definitely try this when it comes out. KAKURIYO is the first game on this list with unique graphical style. It's a 2D online co-op game where we can play with up to 4 players, or, of course, play alone. We've been brought away by an evil ghost into a haunted space filled with paranormal activity. We have to explore this strange place and find a way to purify a cursed object that will help us escape from the ghost that brought us here. Along the way we will find useful tools for investigating and hiding from the ghost. We will collect various skills that will help us strategize our escape plan, and this is very important. Apart from that, we have this typical Japanese style setting. Maps are inspired by Japanese horror films, and let's be honest, you can see it. It looks terrifying even though it's a 2D game. The art style brings this uniqueness to the title with hand-drawn assets and this dark setting. It looks great, and it may be a fun game to play with friends. Pony Island 2 Panda Circus is a sequel to the 2016 Pony Island game. This is a very unique game, which is not your typical horror game or horror adventure game with jump scares and other stuff. This is a voyage through time, myth, divinity and video games. We are a young nomad who wanted to conquer the world, but we died a bit early, and unfortunately now we have to escape the underworld while keeping our sanity intact. As the developer says, this game is not about the ponies despite the title. You will have to beat or break these games. They are quite unique, to be honest. This is for sure a very unique experience, and I think it will be one of the most interesting titles. The developer is also known for the game Inscription, which was great, so I'm confident that this one will also be great. And before we jump to number 1, here I prepared some bonus games. And last but not least we have Conscript, a game about World War I. We as a lone French soldier must navigate twisted trenches, scavenge for supplies and solve puzzles along the way, all while fighting for survival in the midst of the brutal war, the Battle of Verdun to be exact. We will navigate overrun forts, cross no man's lands to find our brother. This classical horror survival experience is surely one of the most unique games on this list. Not monsters, but other soldiers trying to survive the battle are our enemies. We will use a variety of World War I melee weapons and firearms, and explore themed areas that intertwine and overlap. The graphical style is also amazing. I love pixel art, so you know I will praise it. The sounds are also good, and we also have various difficulty settings, multiple endings and so on. I can't wait for this game to be out, and I will play it for sure. This looks really great. And that's everything that I prepared for you today. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date with new videos and new indie games. If you want to help me build a new community centered around our beloved indie games, consider joining my Discord server. Tell me which game from this list you like the most, and I want to apologize for my voice. I'm very sick right now and I used all my energy to sound a bit normal. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.